The graduate job market is broken. Right now, students with first-class degrees are getting rejected everywhere, while others with average grades are securing multiple offers. So what's really happening? Students are being taught job hunting strategies from 2015 and 2025. It's like trying to win a modern game with an outdated rulebook. While universities push perfect grades and traditional CVs, companies have started to shift their hiring approach. When I started applying for graduate roles, I had zero corporate experience. I had no internships, no spring weeks, and nothing that career advisors tell you that you need. Everyone and their mum said I needed to spray and pray hundreds of applications. Instead, I cracked the code of modern recruitment and landed my role in just 13 applications. The truth that nobody's talking about is that top firms simply just aren't looking at your top grades anymore. They're searching for something completely different, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get noticed. Here are the 3 key elements that actually matter. The first thing you need to do is you need to focus on modern credentials. Your degree just isn't enough anymore. But this doesn't mean extra years of study. I secured my role by getting entry-level certifications, industry certified certifications, that only just took a few weeks to complete. For me, for example, I was trying to get into tech consulting and cybersecurity, so I did an introduction to cybersecurity course on Coursera, on Udemy. I also had a look at some industry recognized certifications like IBM, Google, and I used these so I could put these on my CV to show employers some initiative. These immediately showed employers that I understood modern business. The second thing you need to do is you need to transform your current experiences. Don't be that boring candidate that goes in and says, oh my god, I'm good at problem solving, I'm good at teamwork, I'm good at communication. This just isn't gonna work anymore. Even though I had zero corporate experience and I was applying for a cybersecurity and tech consulting role with a biomedical science degree, I knew how to present myself in a way that was desirable to the employer. And how did I do this? I focused on my transferable skills. I did some content creation at university. I had my own coaching business. So I extracted skills from these deliberately and see how these matched up to the role I was applying for, aka cybersecurity. For example, leadership, analytical skills, any university projects you've done, these can all be incorporated. They're literal gold mines you can use to highlight your transferable skill sets, if you know how to position that. The third thing is that you need a strategic application approach. Forget mass applying right now. Here's exactly what worked for me. I focused on 3 key elements that most students completely miss out on or completely forget about because they're too overwhelmed. The first thing you need to realize is that it's all about mindset and self-belief. And before you say, oh my god, mindset doesn't play that much of a role, it does. It can literally make or break your applications. While everyone else was obsessing over rejection and acceptance rates, I approached every single application that I entered with complete conviction. I never once thought to myself, what if I fail? Instead, I was just solely focused on how I could show them my value, showing up with the most confident and authentic self, and storytelling, which I'll get to in a second. And you just need to realize this isn't about positive thinking. When you believe in yourself, it fundamentally changes how you present yourself to not only to the employer, but to every single person that you come across in your life. When you truly believe that you're the right person for the role and not going with a lack mindset, thinking, oh my god, I'm not qualified enough for this role. Oh my god, there's so many people who I'm competing with who are going to get the role. No, stop thinking about all of this. It shows in every single interaction, from your application answers all the way to your assessment center performance. The second thing is I completely transformed how I approached assessment centers in the application process. Instead of just practicing random case studies and reciting my interview answers, I analyzed the exact competencies, missions, values of every single role that I had an assessment center for. I found that 80% of group exercises and interviews assess the same 3 skills: commercial awareness, leadership style, and stakeholder management. Here's the key. I didn't just identify these skills. I created specific examples from each one how I could demonstrate and bring this value into the role. For commercial awareness, I analyzed real business cases. For leadership in the group exercises, I developed a framework that showed I could lead without being dominating. For stakeholder management, I focused on different personality types that may crop up and how to handle with each one effectively. Third, I mastered what I call strategic storytelling. Instead of just listing out my experiences like I said before, I learned how to turn every part of my background into a compelling story that showed the interviewer my thought process. My biomedical degree, guess what? I demonstrated how it showed analytical thinking. My lack of internships, I didn't even bring it up. In fact, I focused on the things I did have, not what I lacked. Every weakness in my application became a strength because I learned how to tell my story differently and uniquely. This is why my application stood out. While others were trying to fill this traditional mold, I was showing firms a unique perspective that weren't like the other candidates. This isn't theory. This is exactly how I secured my Big 4 role and what you need to do to stand out in today's job market. The graduate recruitment game has fundamentally changed. You can either keep following all this outdated advice you've received, or you can adapt to what actually works in 2025. Make sure you subscribe to see how you can get hired the non-traditional and non-outdated way, and drop a comment below with your biggest application challenge. I'll show you exactly how to overcome it. See you in the next video.